Like they said, he trains with the streets of Butte and Montana MMA. He's a graduate of Butte High School. You know, believe it or not, he wasn't an athlete in high school. He studied theater, a little bit of kickboxing. He's got 3.5 years experience. It's all MMA. He loves working hard. He loves the wrestling. He loves the cardio.
Here we go.
I'd like to say thanks to his sponsor, Sugar and Spice Salon.
Scott Moran, gets him started.
Nice jab. Very nice jab by Stuart. Good stiff jab. Joey tries a leg kick.
And both fellows are busy here early. And I'm waiting, Johnny. Are we going to get that one fight of the night?
You know, I'm still waiting for that. I'm really surprised Stuart went to the ground right away.
You know, I was about to say, are we going to get that one fight of the night that the boys are going to stand up and bang and Stuart takes him down?
Just as you were speaking it. I know Stuart's real comfortable on the ground. Like they said, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's been training with Helltown quite a long time. I know they do a lot of gi jits there, but he also is a fighter, so he does fighter training with Helltown hybrids also.
Great guy. Right now Stuart's just sitting in Joey's guard.
Joey's got that tight body triangle, and again, it constricts your air. It makes it real hard to breathe. I like the way Stuart's postured up in that guard, though. It's not a lazy man's posture there. He doesn't have his head in his chest.
No, I was going to ask you, him being postured up like that, is it a little harder to pull rubber guard? And then look at Joey.
It's very hard to pull rubber guard in any kind of mission control when your opponent's up like that.
Both fighters working for position right here.
Now, Stuart's no stranger to having submissions thrown at him. I don't think he's in a panic state right now, knowing that Joey's leg is up there that high.
Yeah, I don't think
he's not going to let him
either.
isolate that arm. I know that. He's savvy enough. And between the two of them, there's so much experience in there. 11 fights, 10 fights. That's a ton of experience.
Looks like Scott wants him to stand up. Didn't like what he saw right there. Wants to see if we can get some more action. A little bit of the crowd wanted to see him stay down there on the ground, but I'm sure there's a few that's happy to see the boys standing up. And
nice head kick by Joey.
And see some action like that right there.
Stuart needs to keep that hand a little higher. Joey's not afraid to let those head kicks go. Nice low-lying inside leg kick. There you go. Stuart shoots in for another takedown.
That's a deep
right
double.
Into guard.
Yeah, deep double right into Joey's guard.
Now he's got to be careful. Joey's isolating that arm. He might be setting him up. There, it's okay now.
And when he's isolating that arm, what do you think he's setting him up for right there?
It might be a go-go plata. He's got that overhook on his left arm. All he's got to do is bring that right leg up and under Stuart's chin to set up for that go-go plata.
And there
it is. He brought the left leg around instead. He's looking for that arm bar. I don't think he's going to get the arm bar.
Stuart pulls out of the go-go plata and says, here you go, have a little lunch.
Joey needs to scramble from here. Joey needs to get out of that. He's got the open guard right now. He needs to set up sweeps. He needs to shrimp, create some space, create some opportunity. Again, he's a sitting target for Stuart right now.
Thought he was going to sweep out of that.
Nice little scramble right there. Both of them have a ton of ground experience, so no one's really going to dominate as far as the groundwork goes. Joey's kind of negating a lot of the damage he could be taking from Stuart right now.
Which comes from, as we said in earlier fights, it's great to see fighters that train at legitimate camps, and that's why you see the experience that comes out of both fighters.
You're exactly right. It's technical, Dana. You're not going to see a whole lot of slop here. Both these guys are technical fighters. They train with teams. And there's a benefit to that. I'm not going to knock the freestyler or the independent fighter because I know they train hard, but it's nice to have a squad of people to spar with and a bunch of bodies to roll with.
And you got a camp behind you as you see both fighters come into the ring with their whole posse coming in behind them.
Boy, he's really working that rubber guard again. Eddie Bravo's signature move, rubber guard, mission control.
And Moranti stands him up again.
Wants to see a little more action on the feet. Joey comes out, jab, right leg kick. Great combination. Stuart needs to get those hands higher. He keeps catching that left.
And he's standing right in front of Joey as he's throwing those shots.
It's going to boil down to who wants that belt more, Joey or Stuart.
Well, we got a few more rounds to see who wants it.
Oh, nice right hand. Beautiful right hand. 10 seconds left in this round.
And I know Stuart's heavy-handed. He's got a nice, hard right hand.
I like how they're keeping it in the center of the cage. That makes for an exciting fight. You get a lot of exchanges.
End of round 1, getting ready for round 2.
Coach Mike Shirtliff steps into the cage, brings the stool. We got Coach Rod Imhoff, Helltown Hybrids.
Joey's standing up with his arms above his head, making sure he's getting plenty of air over here.
Now, see, I don't necessarily agree with that standing up between rounds. I like my fighters to be able to sit down.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
All that blood running to your legs.
You know, I just bought a new Tempur-Pedic bed, and I'd see if maybe you'd let me bring in my bed into the cage in between rounds, because I'd be sitting down in it too, maybe laying down.
I don't know if you'd want to get up after that, Dana.
Well, if I can't be on my Tempur-Pedic, I'm going to be sitting on the stool.
Now, Joey was mixing it up really nice. He had some real nice jabs in there, followed by right hands, but he's throwing those kicks in there, low-lying leg kicks, which is keeping Stuart guessing where those shots are going to come from.
Both fighters were busy. I mean, you know, they're getting after it, setting things up, and I think we're going to see quite a bit more action in these next couple rounds. If this goes the distance, these guys are going to get after it. We'll see who wants it more, just like you said. Who wants that belt?
Folks, this is for the belt. This is for the title. This is for bragging rights. They're going to step it up this round, no doubt about it. Right into a takedown, right into a body triangle again.
Every takedown Stuart's had is, you know, those double leg takedown, they've been deep.
He's got a great wrestling background, and when he penetrates, he doesn't give up. He'll follow through on that takedown.
You know, I was talking to Stuart earlier. You know, he has 3 years high school wrestling experience. He was never a state placer, but that doesn't mean he wasn't a good wrestler, because there's a lot of good wrestlers in the state of Montana.
You're exactly right. He was a fantastic wrestler. And, you know, it's going to pay off in his MMA career.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, he works the side mount. Very nice transition.
It's like he's going north-south, or trying to. No, maybe not.
He's going to settle in to a good side mount before he works anything else. Make sure he has control.
What's he looking for?
Right now, all he's doing is trying to control him. He's slowing things down so he can make his move. I think he's looking to pass, take full mount, and rain down the thunder. And that was his opportunity right there. Well, he comes around, takes his back. Right about now, Joey needs to roll out of that. He cannot let him sink his hooks.
You know, when Stuart was coming around to the side, I thought Joey was going to scramble up and out.
That's exactly what he needed to do, roll out of that. It looks like he transitioned for a knee bar attempt.
Stuart landed some big shots right here.
Big shots.
Couple hammer fist.
And again, he knows ground control. Stuart has those wrestlers' hips. It's going to be really tough for Joey to stand up again once Stuart has him on the ground.
We're looking for a guillotine here.
Now, Joey needs to explode right here. He can't lay there and be lethargic. He has to get up and do something. Stuart's scoring all the points right now. Judges are looking for that ring control, that riding time, and Stuart's getting it. Oh, back up to the feet. Oh, here we go with the left hook.
Stuart eats that left hook as he comes up. See if Joey can keep this thing on its feet.
Front push kick, didn't do any damage. Stuart got out of the way in time. A very nice low-lying inside knee kick.
Joey looks a lot more comfortable on his feet.
Now, Stuart needs to get busy here. He needs to be the aggressor, not Joey. He shouldn't be backing up right now. He needs to put the pressure on.
And has his hands down. You got your hands down like that.
Dangerously low when you're fighting a head kicker.
Absolutely. And it's almost like his hands are down because he's looking for another takedown.
Yeah, he's almost telegraphing that, isn't he?
Yes.
And Joey's swinging for the fences there. He needs to put his combinations together and throw them straight down the pipe.
Yeah, Stuart evaded that left hook.
Oh, very nice right hand by Joey.
Set it up with a stiff jab.
There we go. I saw that coming. Another takedown. Joey was not in position to be ready to defend that takedown. He's got double butterfly in. Stuart gets out of one of them. He's looking to pass. He's looking to pass. He's working on that right leg. And here we go, up with rubber guard.
Joey looks like he might have been doing a little bit of yoga before the fights.
He's pretty flexible with those long limbs, isn't he?
He is. He is.
Now, Stuart needs to duck out of that right now. He needs to pull out of that. That's a bad position to be in. You're a stationary target once again. There he goes. He's posturing up. Now you can rain the shots down from there.
We might have some coming. He's looking to set up.
Now those were all deflected. Great, great hammer strikes from the bottom from Joey. That'll score you some points. Now Stuart needs to control a limb from here. Needs to control a limb, isolate one arm. And look to pass.
It looks like Joey's trying to control his left arm here. Is he looking for a triangle if he's trying to trap his arm?
I think he's trying to isolate that arm to throw that triangle. And he's got a very good triangle. He's very fast at it. This crowd is trying to pump him up and get him going, get him off his back. And Stuart is having none of that.
Yeah, Stuart's just delivering right shots to Joey's face.
Stuart's control on the ground is just phenomenal.
And both tough kids. Look at Joey. I mean, he's taking shots from Stuart off the bottom, and he's staying patient, and he's protecting himself.
Oh yeah, he's deflecting most of those shots, and he's getting some of his own in there too.
Yeah, he's throwing back from the bottom.
And he is stopping Stuart from creating a whole lot of damage from that top position. We got 10 seconds left here, Dana.
10 seconds to go. Joey needs to get off the cage.
It's, in the judge's eyes, the guy that finishes on top wins that round.
Yes. Yeah.
I've scored quite a few fights, and that's the way I see it.
Right now, I believe Stuart's probably up 2-0, looking to grab that belt.
I have to agree with you, Dana. I scored the first 2 rounds for Stuart. Joey's a trooper. He's hanging in there. He's not going to throw in the towel anytime soon. You know that. He's going to leave it all in the cage. That's the kind of fighter he is.
You think he's going to come out throwing for the fence?
Well, I think right now his corner is telling him, you are down 2-0. You need to win these next rounds.
And he needs to be busy. He needs to stay on his feet.
And as far as my advice to my fighters, I would tell them to go out and headhunt.
Yeah, absolutely. And Joey has good kicks. It's an MMA fight. Anything can happen. And in fights like this, one big shot can end it.
You're exactly right, and I've seen that 1,000 times. I've seen someone in a dominating position take a real good shot, changes the whole face of the fight.
Co-main event, getting ready to start round 3. Brian Dietz giving Joey Murray some instruction in the corner right there.
Coach Mike Shirtliff sending his fighter out with some final instructions.
Hey, Joey says, let's get ready to get busy. Crowd, let's get up.
Very exciting co-main event, Dana.
They're going to touch him up to start round 3.
Stuart and Joey both look ready to come out here.
Scott Morandi says, hey, let's hear it for the fellas. They're giving it their all. They touch him up
gloves
and start round 3.
Nice inside leg kick by Joey.
Joey setting up that inside.
Oh,
there it was.
Right, that missed. Ate a couple from Stuart.
I think he's going to set up that inside tie kick and maybe look for that hard overhand right or a straight right. See if he can land that on Stuart's chin.
Stuart needs to get a little busier with those hands. He's letting Joey score points right now with no retaliation. I saw that again. Another takedown. Stuart likes to do his fighting on the ground tonight.
Well, you don't take much of a beating when you're on the ground and you're on top.
You're exactly right. It's a safe place to be, and when you got that wrestling background, why not use it?
And you're up 2-0. He should be up 2-0, and this is a safe place for him, a safe place for his chin.
Exactly. Yeah, that wasn't a legal up kick because he was grounded opponent.
Yeah, his knees are down. He let the ref know about it. Ref lets him continue.
Yeah, it's illegal to kick a grounded opponent, and that means anything other than the soles of your feet on the ground, you are a grounded opponent.
Stuart looking to get side control.
Joey's getting his strikes in from the bottom. A lot of hammer fists. And you do have to stay busy on your back.
From one of the first couple times that Scott stood him up, I'm thinking he's going to stand him up again. just not enough action right now from either fighter, top or bottom.
No, right now it looks like a stalemate, Dana.
Yeah, if you're going to stand somebody up, unless I'm not seeing a submission attempt right here, I'm thinking Scott's going to stand him up.
He keeps going for that Gogo Plata from Mission Control. Now, Stuart's not busy enough for my likings on the top. He's got to stay busy or Scott's going to step in and stand him up again. And that's obviously not where Stuart wants to be because each and every round he has shot in for that takedown.
There's that Gogo Plata again.
Yep. And it's a great transition to an armbar also. And Joey's still throwing those big hammer fists from the bottom. He's got those long limbs. Even if Stuart's postured up, he can reach him with those.
First time I ever saw the Gogo Plata was in Great Falls. Dave Evans pulled it off in one of his fights. And now tonight, I've seen it multiple times.
You know, it's getting more and more popular. And like I said, Eddie Bravo created that. Eddie Bravo's the creator of the rubber guard and Mission Control. And it is a fantastic move. It sets you up in a lot of different positions.
Joey's landing strikes from the bottom, some hammer fists of his own.
What Joey needs to do is scramble, get his back to the cage and wall walk. I guess that's mute. They're standing up again. The referee said he's seen enough. Not busy enough on the ground.
Well, Joey needs he doesn't have a lot of time left. He needs to defend that takedown and throw some bombs because he's losing this fight.
Yeah, I have him way behind on the card. Well, that was a beautiful attempt at a head kick. Stuart goes right in for the takedown. Great timing on ducking that kick. That could have done damage. Right again, back into guard. Little hammer fist by Joey. Stuart's trying to settle in. Now he's smart on the ground. You're going to go ahead and settle into your position so you don't make mistakes.
Yeah, and he's up on this fight, and it's a safe place for Stuart to be is right there on the ground.
He's a very calculated fighter. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, every move he does on the ground, it looks like he's setting something up. He's being real calm about everything he does. Hasn't made any mistakes there yet.
Needs to be careful. Joey is still looking to isolate that arm for that triangle choke. Stuart's just going to keep his weight on him. Again, he's got those wrestler hips. He knows how to control a guy on the ground and keep him there.
Yeah, he's staying heavy. He's staying heavy on top here on Joey.
He's looking to pass. He's pressing down on that right knee. He's into half guard now. What he needs to do is strip that right leg out of there and come into side mount.
And back up.
Wow, that's awful quick. That's awful quick to stand him back up.
I don't think
Stuart just passed from full guard to half guard. You got to let that fighter work a little bit.
Stuart was looking up like he wanted to see how much time was left.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right move right there. Earlier on, yeah, there was a lot of stalemate going on, but Stuart was making his pass to full mount. Another takedown.
And it looks like Stuart's got this fight wrapped up.
10 seconds left.
Joey trying anything he can right now from the bottom. He knows it's about over, and there we go.
That's the end.
End of the third round right there.
And again, Stuart ends that round on top.
Fight. Getting a little water for the boys right there.
Now we go 5 rounds for a title fight.
Yeah, 5 rounds for the title fight. It's like Coach Mikey's loosening him up here a little bit. Brian Dietz is over there giving Joy a little bit of water.
Stuart looks like he's got a lot of air left, a lot of gas in that tank still.
Well, title fight, they know it's 5 rounds, so they're trained for it. And I tell you what, you better be in condition to go 5 rounds.
And it's not like these guys are slacking in there. They're going for it all the way, 110%.
Oh, we went 3 rounds.
3 rounds for a title fight.
I was thinking we were 5 rounds. My mistake.
Yeah, looks like that belt's coming home to Helena, Montana. A great win for Helltown Hybrids. Coach Rod Imhoff and Coach Mike Shirtlift. They did a great job cornering him.
There's Brian giving him the belt. Stuart said he was looking for win number 7, and he got it tonight.
He got it.
I'm sure they're going to talk with him here.
That was a great fight, though. They both came to fight. A little replay action. We got that front push kick from Joey.
This is round 3. Little replay. Joey misses with a big kick here. Stuart takes him back down.
Snapping that jab out there nicely. Every time he does, he overcommits, and Stuart goes for that takedown.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing you really got to watch out for, Dana, when you're fighting a wrestler. They know how to change that elevation. And when you're overcommitted on your punches, you leave yourself wide open for those takedowns.
You're exactly right. And he was wide open, and Stuart took him down multiple times in each round. Controlled the fight on the ground, and that's how he got the win. Now
yeah, it was a beautiful mastered fight, and he did exactly what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it.
Now we're waiting for